much for taking some time out of your day to spend with me. I truly do appreciate the time that you take. I welcome you to another discussion, and I hope that this will be one that truly edifies you and empowers you as you continue to journey on beyond narcissistic abuse. One thing that I think is so important that we grasp onto, and the quicker that you're able to do that, I believe the more effective and the quicker your recovery process will be. And one thing that you have to know is that the narcissist's opinion of you is irrelevant, and that's on period. Nothing can change that. The narcissist's opinion of you is irrelevant. Because of who they are by nature, they want to totally eradicate any part of who you are, anything that makes you the person that you are, that makes you unique, that makes you just the beautiful creation that God has made you. They don't want you to see yourself like that. And this is why narcissists work so hard to break you down mentally, because they know that if they successfully break you down mentally, they will break you down emotionally, and they will keep you in a position or a posture where you are unable to truly see your self-worth. You will not be able to validate yourself. You will look to them, your very oppressor, for any sort of validation, and their opinions would matter. But this is all a lie, because let me tell you something. There is nothing that about you. There is no bit of truth about who you truly are that the narcissist can share with you, because the narcissist, let's face facts, cannot comprehend you. God's word tells us that the darkness cannot comprehend the light. So how on God's good earth can the narcissist tell you anything about you? How then can the narcissist's opinion of you matter to you? Moving beyond narcissistic abuse can be so difficult because of the fog that they create, the fear, the obligation, and the guilt. And we get lost in the sauce. We sometimes really don't see ourselves. From a process of systematic devaluing through the verbal abuse. The word also tells us that the power of life and death is in the tongue. And this is something that they are fully aware of, because the verbal abuse is so painful, and all they do is speak death to you. There is nothing about edifying you, about uplifting you, but it's telling you that you're ugly, that you'll amount to nothing, that they could do better than you, that you are lucky to have them in their lives, and that you are dead weight, so on and so forth. There are many things that, we could all say that this is what they have said. But the amazing thing is, none of that is your truth. It is not a reflection on you. It is who they are. They are speaking their truth and projecting that onto you. That is why you cannot take that opinion seriously. Let me tell you something. I know that you probably have heard the saying that opinions are just like backsides. Everybody has one. And by all means, they are allowed to speak their opinion. Just because they spoke it, it does not mean that you have to believe it. And you absolutely have every right to reject it. You have every right to reverse those word curses, because that's what it is. I want to let you know this, that hate is educational. Because when you find out what they hate about you, you find out what makes you so special. When the narcissist spews their venom on you, essentially what they are doing is letting you know what they find so special about you. That's when you know what they truly fear about you. A lot of times you hear within the recovery community that people will say that, well, the narcissist views you as weak. Okay, if they want to believe that, I'm challenging you. I'm charging you not to believe that. You are not weak. You're made in the image and the likeness of God. He is not weak. But look who the narcissist follows. Tell me about his strength. Where's the comparison? It simply doesn't exist. That's why you are nothing like them. You are the complete opposite. Hate is educational. Just because sometimes you have narcissistic friends who try to tell you one thing about yourself, it doesn't mean you have to accept it. Understand that not everybody who is there for you is actually there for you. Reject what does not resonate with your soul. One of the most dangerous things to a narcissist is when you know the truth about who you are. It doesn't matter that right now you may be in a state of trying to figure things out. It doesn't matter. Keep trying to figure things out, and don't stop until you come to a useful resolution. And that resolution is only useful when you see yourself in the trueness that you were fashioned and formed in. That's when you become most dangerous to the narcissist. Because guess what? The narcissist is forever going to try you. And it does not necessarily mean that it's the narcissist that was in your life or the narcissists, plural, that have been in your life. They will throw themselves at you as you journey beyond. They will keep coming as they see you continuing to elevate, to continue to go up from realm to realm, level to level. They will always come and try to pull you down as you go from one dimension to the next. The word, we hear a saying that goes like new levels, new devils. It's the same thing. They will always try to pull you down. But that doesn't mean that, you are what they say that you are. No. Know the truth about who you are. And that is what is going to make you dangerous to the narcissist. Because face it, their job is to make you become an empty shell like them. So they're going to attack everything about you. They're going to attack the things that exude off of you naturally, that are so effortless, so that they keep you immobilized just like they are. They focus on the things that, they wish would just be effortless in their life, but it's not. Narcissists a lot of the times want to be validated by other people's opinions, and so they do certain things. They post on social media, they act out in public, they just do things seeking the opinions of other people. But when you are truly content within yourself, when you truly know who you are, nothing outside of you will validate you, because you know who you are and you know who you belong to. And all those outside noises are so irrelevant. When you do things, it's from a place of purity, and to the pure, all things are pure. So if you decide that you're going to wear your hair one way, that's your business. And if somebody comes along and tells you, no, this isn't how you should do it, well, it just rolls off because it's got nothing to do with you. That's their insecurity. That's for them to deal with. If they tell you, well, I don't like the way that you look, you're like, you should lose some weight, you should gain some weight, you should A, B, C, D. That's their business. Let them handle their own insecurities. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. Don't let the projections of your creator's nemesis, their child, affect how you see yourself, because that opinion is the most irrelevant thing to you. Everything that comes out of their mind is formed in the mind of the enemy, and therefore it cannot be true to who you are. And you have to get to the point where you are so comfortable within your own skin that rolls off, because the narcissist's opinion, again, is irrelevant. They are not capable of telling you the truth about yourself. Always be in a position where you self-reflect. Always be in a position where you say to yourself, or you self-check yourself, and, be sure of your own motives. Also, just remember, just like they are going to have their judgment day, we will too. So keep your motives pure, and, continue to focus on what is important to you. But above all else, I want you to take this away. Know what God says about you. Because when you truly know what God says about you, what anybody else, narcissist, non-narcissist, whatever they say about you that is not of you, that is not of God actually, and does not describe you, does not matter, child. It doesn't matter. None of it is irrelevant. They can gossip about you. They can lie about you. They can smear your name around town. They can plan and plot against you. All of these things you take to him in prayer and you leave it right there. Let him deal with it. They will have to, they will have to answer to him about those things. It doesn't matter. Yes, it can be hurtful, but when you know your truth, let it roll off. Let it roll off. You give him praise in those moments. You give him thanks in those moments that you are not those things. That's how we confuse the enemy when they come at you with these insults, these attempts to insult you, because they can't insult you because how, first of all, can a raggedy dusty behind? How can a raggedy dusty behind really insult you? A child of the King, we are not the same. The levels are totally different. It's impossible. They cannot insult you because that's a big reach, okay? If we could just be really honest with each other. Don't internalize their projections. Don't internalize the smear campaign. Don't internalize the gaslighting. Don't internalize their verbal abuse. They are speaking to break you down. They don't know you. They don't know you well enough. Darkness cannot comprehend the light. Therefore, all they can do is lie. But know what God says about you. He is the one who is qualified to speak about you. And what he says is that he fashioned and formed you in divinity. He breathed life into you. He is the one who sustains your life. He is the one who levels the ground. He levels every valley and mountain. He places your feet on level ground. He goes before you. He goes beside you. He is the one who gave his son for you. He is the one who loves you with an everlasting love. He leads and guides you. He's with you in the valley of the shadow of death. He is the one who in his word has do not fear 365 times for a reason. Do not fear the opinion of the narcissist. It is completely irrelevant. I thank you so much for your time. I hope that this message is inspiring and encouraging to you as you continue to move on beyond narcissistic abuse. Continue to speak reaffirming words over your own life. Continue to employ things that will help you heal. Get the therapy that you need. Continue to speak with one another and uplift each other. And don't forget to be good to yourself. I thank you so much for your time. God bless you.